everyone. Thank you very much for joining us here on this Mirror Now special with me, Nivedhana Prabhu. 9th July 2019 is etched in every Indian's heart. Now, the visuals on your screen says it all. Mahi walking away from the crease is and will always be one of the most enduring images of that India versus New Zealand game at Manchester's Old Trafford. Now, MS Dhoni's run-out ended India's hopes at the 2019 World Cup. 1 billion prayers went unanswered, 1 billion dreams were shattered. Now, the Virat Kohli-led unbeaten Indian side's journey ended in a heartbreaking fashion. Cut to 2023. It's deja vu. But after destroying all the 9 opponents, the men in blue are set to face the Kiwis in the World Cup 2023 semis at the Wankhede Stadium. Both teams are, of course, in great form. Needless to say, it's going to be a power-packed match and will keep us glued to our couches till the very last ball. The hosts will definitely look out to end the Black Caps World Cup jinx. India have already played the Kiwis in this edition. Remember, they beat them successfully by 4 wickets at Dharamshala and are confident of a thumping victory.
This current crop of players, they're very much into what is happening today, what can happen tomorrow. Those are the things they try and focus on. They really, I don't see them talking about, how we won the last World Cup, how we won our first World Cup. The focus is on how they can get better as a player, what they can bring to the team, and what are the things they need to improve. So that's the beauty of the crop of players we have at this point in time. The focus is always on the present, and that, I believe, is a very, very good thing.
But records say otherwise. India's record against the Black Caps hasn't been that good. Now, the Kiwis have beaten India in 9 out of the 13 ICC white ball events. India have also lost the World Test Championship final and the T20 World Cup fixture to New Zealand in 2021. However, New Zealand skipper Kane Williamson has emphasized the importance of staying in the present in the knockout stage.
I think every game in this tournament is a tricky one. I think as we've seen throughout, any team can beat anybody on the day. I mean, for us, it's great to have got to the final stages and then take a fresh approach, because it does start again. The underdog thing, from what you guys write, I don't think it has changed too much. But that's fine, and India have been exceptional. They are one of the, if not the best team going around, and they're playing cricket that matches that. But we know as well on our day when we play our best cricket, it certainly gives us the best chance, and come finals time, anything can happen.
For India, New Zealand is going to be a tough nut to crack in the knockout stage. But head coach Rahul Dravid has said that his team would be under pressure in the 4th consecutive World Cup semi-final. He also said there are no guarantees in cricket. Well, we wait for the hotly anticipated semi-final clash in the ICC Cricket World Cup 2023. However, hoping that it turns out to be a fresh chapter and India gets a chance to set the record straight after the heartbreaking loss in the last 4 stage in 2019. All right, I'm being joined in by a lot of my guests and reporters, in fact, to get us talking about everything to do with the semi-finals. I understand Abhishek from Mumbai, Neha from Bengaluru, and Himanshu Tripathi joining us from the Noida newsroom as well. Let me go straight across to Abhishek, because that's where the semis is going to be witnessing all the action and the fun at Wankhede Stadium. Abhishek, we're discussing how, this could be a 10-on-10 for India, but with the fact that they're going to be facing New Zealand, there's a lot of the revenge word that's coming into factor as well. But really, tell us about the mood. What are the expectations like, and what are fans saying, most importantly?
Definitely, and first I would like to show you the mood around. I'm just standing outside Wankhede Stadium. This is the gate number 1, and you can see, fans have thronged across the stadium outside here. Before a few minutes, just the bus of Team India and New Zealand has landed inside. Players are playing. At the same time, you can see the security tied up by Mumbai police on ground, and these are the fans who are supporting India, and they are cheering for India. And let's try and speak to them. क्या कहेंगे? सेमीफाइनल है, कांटे की टक्कर है, बताइए।
अभी तो क्या इंडिया 8 में के 8 मुकाबले जीत गए, सॉरी 9 में के 9 मुकाबले जीत गए। ऊपर के 4 बैट्समैन तगड़ा परफॉर्मेंस कर रहे हैं। ओडीआई का नंबर 1 बॉलर है मोहम्मद सिराज, वो भी अभी तगड़ी फॉर्म में चल रहा है। बुमराह है, मोहम्मद शमी है, तगड़ी लाइनअप है। इस साल इंडिया फाइनल मारेगा। इंडिया इंडिया इंडिया
नहीं, इंडिया फिर से सेमीफाइनल में न्यूजीलैंड के साथ टक्कर हो रही है। क्या हम इस बार बदला ले पाएंगे?
Absolutely. This is like the best time. It's like a constellation of stars. It's like the day for tomorrow. It's Diwali. It's Rohit Sharma's home ground, our successful captain. And it's Virat Kohli's 50th. Maybe tomorrow we'll see Sachin Tendulkar, the great Sachin Tendulkar also. So we can see that record tumbling as well. And, we are going to have, right now in the entire tournament, we have been the best team. So there is just no chance for any other team to beat us. So it's going to be India, India all the way.
कितने कॉन्फिडेंट है हम सब?
सर कॉन्फिडेंस तो होना ही है। 9 आफ्टर 9 मैच इट्स नॉट अ पीस ऑफ केक। इंडिया ने परफॉर्म किया है, बॉलर्स परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं, फील्डर्स परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं, बैट्समैन है। रोहित शर्मा सेल्फलेस क्रिकेट खेल रहा है। वो चाहे तो 50 के बाद स्लो खेल सकता है, लेकिन वो टीम को जिता देता है। दैट इज अमेजिंग। विराट कोहली, केएल राहुल, सब प्लेयर्स अपना रोल जानते हैं और वी आर गोना विन। न्यूजीलैंड, we are gonna win this for MS Dhoni. So watch out.
मुझे जानना है किसके पास टिकट है, पहले वो बताइए। You have the ticket?
Yes.
आपके पास?
Yes, yes.
But that's a great moment to be ending that
these
conversation on, that they will be doing this for Mahendra Singh Dhoni. I'm afraid we're running short of time, Abhishek. We want to get across more voices as well. Neha also joins me from Bengaluru, but quickly let me also introduce our guests on the show today. That is Chandrasekhar Luthra, senior sports journalist, as well as Joseph Hoover, cricket writer. Thank you very much for joining us on Mirror Now. I'm going to come back to you just in a couple of minutes. But Neha, who joins me from Bengaluru. Neha, I'm pretty sure the mood in Bengaluru is pretty much the same. We're also super excited. It's a power-packed program as well. So no surprises for guessing. Everyone is rooting for India. But what do they have to say about New Zealand as well?
Well, Nivedhana, of course, Bengaluru's always been very fanatic as far as cricket is concerned. Quickly taking this across to a couple of fans who are joining us. Hi, I want to ask you, the youth today is passionate about cricket to another level, that we've not seen before. How is the mood for tomorrow's match?
See, it's not we are going to win. It's we are going to easily win, okay? India.
All right.
So what they have, Rachin Ravindra, we have our hitman Rohit Sharma.
Okay.
They're going to win by a landslide, I feel. So what they beat us in the previous semis. India is always going to win. Jeetega bhai, jeetega, India jeetega.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good match tomorrow. Like unlike the other matches which are not interesting, so it'll be a good match tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, all right, guys. Very quickly, can I hear a cheer for Team India from all of you? 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go India! Let's go!
All right. So, clearly, of course, Nivedhana, thank you so much for speaking to us. You take this across to anyone in Bengaluru or across the country for that matter. We're seeing the kind of excitement and why it's so validated. Just India's performance, this entire World Cup itself, has been nothing short of thrilling, really. Hoping, of course, to break a lot of records tomorrow. Back to you.
Thank you, Neha, very much for that. Hoping that, all the cheer from my hometown as well will add to India's luck probably in the match. But there's also nobody better than Himanshu, my colleague, joining me from the newsroom to really talk about how India and New Zealand have fared previously. Himanshu, that question is coming about revenge, the whole conversation about revenge as well. But nobody can also not mention with the fact that New Zealand has also been in hot form. As much as we all want to talk about India, we also have to give it to the Black Caps.
Nivedhana and all our viewers and guests, I mean, New Zealand, the perennial underdogs, but I would like to say I'm wearing black, not support, but surely a tribute to the Black Caps. You know, this is a team which always A game when it comes to the World Cups, ICC events. They've been in the semi-finals consistently for nearly a decade now. And you know, these guys are such a good bunch of blokes. Revenge is not a term that you'd like to associate with them. And even when you hear somebody like Kane Williamson, the man is a class act in the field, off for the field, and he wears the badge of underdog with the air. You know, self-assured, confident, but calm and composed at the same time. This is a team which is not made up of superstars, but it's a team where everybody knows their role. They play their cricket in a positive way. They're gentlemanly, and in the truest spirit of the term, gentleman's game. But they know what they're doing. They play it hard. They play it good. And they're a team which deserves to be where they are. Yes, they have not yet got to the top spot, not won the trophy, but it's a team which you can never discount. And beyond the euphoria, India is in red-hot form. India is a clear favourite, but I'm sure nobody in that squad would want to take Black Caps lightly.
All right, so you essentially are pointing out that it's going to be a wow Wednesday as well, which is what we're discussing here. But let me, Himanshu, stay with me. I'm going to come back to you in a couple of minutes, but let me go across to my guests as well. Mr. Luthra, as far as we speak about the ICC tournament, the jinx that India is also trying to break, do you think that's going to be happening? And how do you really analyze, because with the fact that India has been exceptional in the tournament so far?
You know, there are always two faces of the game, you know, of any tournament. One is before the semis, and then, you know, these two games. It's a different pressure game. It's a different ball game altogether for all the teams. So when it comes to, you know, talking about India, then obviously there is no jinx. We have won in 2011. The jinx lies with, you know, South Africa and New Zealand for that matter. They'll be very eager to, you know, beat this, you know, Indian team or the Australia and come to the finals. But again, India has been playing exceptional. But having said that, India has only been tested once in the entire tournament. 8 games we have won almost comfortably. Only once against Australia we were tested. We were in trouble. We lost that 3, you know, early wickets, and it was thankfully, you know, that dropped catch of Virat Kohli, and we sailed through. And he's the best chaser in the world. So in tomorrow, I think India has I think the liberty, or you can say that, you know, that much confidence that they can bat first, they can put in good score, and they can also chase. Neither other teams, you know, whether it's New Zealand or any other team, because of the dew factor, there are problems, you know, holding the ball, or, you know, gripping the ball. But despite all that problems, people want to, you know, all the teams want to bat first. India can bat second also. So I think that's a good leverage that we are, you know, going in with. But, you know, there is one factor, that is Hardik Pandya. He's missing. And in the first game when we were tested, Hardik was there to take care of that. You know, right now, he's not there. So we are playing exceptional, but still we have to be very much careful about the semi-finals.
Right, and he did, of course, get injured in that particular match. But Joseph, that is how, of course, Mr. Luthra has analyzed this. What is your quick takeaway of how this is going to be panning for a team that has been superb? But, of course, we can't forget that New Zealand also has great performers in form as well. I mean, for example, even Rachin Ravindra has been a nightmare for many bowlers.
Yeah, I mean, as Luthra rightly said, we'll definitely miss Hardik Pandya there, because he was a key player for us. Unfortunately, India does not have a replacement for him. So we'll have to get on with what we have. So far, it's been good. It's been a good run. I mean, they've played exceptionally good cricket, which we all been enjoying. But when we are up against New Zealand, you should remember, among 9 matches, the one close match was against New Zealand. They gave us a fight. Of course, they went down. But this is a team which can take in pressure, like how a sponge take water. Sponge can take water, and they are prepared for any eventuality. The way they prepare themselves mentally and physically, and the advantage they have a better feeling side. If there's a rating of 1 to 10, we definitely have to give New Zealand 9, and we could give India 6.5 or 7. So that already they have an advantage. And when it comes to man, they're equally good. They have some exceptionally good, talented batsmen among us, but they're also good. The way they're playing, the brand of cricket they're playing, like what Rohit has shown in the beginning, attacking, Devon Conway has shown, Rachin has shown, and then you see Darren Mitchell coming in just hitting the ball around. So they're not going to be worried about how things are going to be like. They're going to come and play good quality cricket. And this is worrisome because where we are worried right now is India has had a dream run, fantastic, like how the overseas had in 2003. They won all their matches, so we hope they do that. But we are up against a formidable opponent, and it's not going to be easy. I mean, we need not just worry about them. We need to go and play fearless cricket. Win or lose, we got to just go out and play our brand of cricket. And so far, it's been exceptionally good. Our batsmen have done well. We are happy that Shreyas has come to the party in the last few matches. KL Rahul has come to the party now with a brilliant 100, the fastest by an Indian in the World Cup. And then we have our bowling unit has been bowling extremely well. If you look at how Kuldeep Yadav has been bowling and Jadeja has been bowling, they've been complementing the fast bowlers. Fast bowlers, of course, they've done their job. You know Bumrah, what he's capable of. He comes in and then the batsman always under pressure. Siraj has been a little erratic, but he's been clutching us wickets. So these are things that we have a great side. We have been playing good cricket, but tomorrow is going to be a different ball game because we are up against a formidable opponent, which has already defeated us in all these white ball cricket. As you said, the earlier record and the last few matches also in the World Cup, they've shown what they're capable of. So my concern right now is I'm worried about we don't have a replacement for Hardik. If Hardik was there at 10 ball 40 was capable, you could have produced 2 wickets. You'd have been an exceptionally good fielder in the field, in the deep.
Okay, as Joseph is, of course, putting things into context, it seems that we've run into some technical issue. They're hoping that Team India does not face a technical issue tomorrow. Let me take that across to Himanshu. Himanshu, something that has changed and which you could analyze for us as well is India's middle order remedy this time around. What are you scoring that like? Been in great form. You, of course, spoke about, how New Zealand has been performing. But what makes this Indian team unstoppable, in your opinion?
Nivedhana, as other panelists are also saying that this team is actually firing on all cylinders, right from Rohit Sharma down to your number 11. In all the 3 departments, your top order is firing, your middle order is in great nick. Kohli is actually hit a purple patch, is on the cusp of history, could overtake the great Sachin himself, Shreyas, KL, everybody. Whenever they have got the occasion, they have actually risen to it, performed brilliantly. Somebody or the other has always put their hand up through the tournament and turned out to be the match winner on that given day. When it comes to bowling, everybody, even the great Wasim Akram, thinks that Bumrah is right now the best bowler in the world with absolutely no parallels anywhere. Shami has set the record and he's actually blazed through that record of highest wicket taker for India at World Cups. The spinners have actually weaved up their own web around batters from the opposition sides. So when you have a team which is actually working well in all departments, firing on all cylinders, there's really very little to pick and say that this could be an area of concern. It has all been coming together brilliantly and beautifully till now. 9 games on the trot. And tomorrow again, on when India takes on New Zealand in the semi-finals, that is what fans are hoping for, that these players, they have been playing brilliantly as a group. And tomorrow again, once again at 1KD, they do that. Right now, there's no real areas of concern. People do keep their fingers crossed, talk about laws of averages. We surely hope it doesn't catch up tomorrow in any which way whatsoever. I mean, it's 1KD, right? I mean, this is where India scripted history and that famous Dhoni finishing it off with style. Let's hope maybe Kohli does it if India bats second. Though it's not easy at 1KD, but maybe we could hear something similar to our ears, and that would be music. Kohli, 50th ton, finishing off in style.
Absolutely, and this is just the semi-final, so one can really understand what the mood would be like if, India is going to be playing the finals, Himanshu. But we're just going to have a couple of seconds before we wrap, so quickly going to go across to Mr. Luthra. Mr. Luthra, this is also being played under Rohit Sharma's leadership, which one can, of course, now look at the way it has been brilliant for the team. So how do you really see that panning out? Do you think it is also his home ground? That could also be an added factor?
Well, before the tournament, I was always skeptical, or I was not sure how this captaincy is going to, work on his batting. But I think he has shown that brilliant, I think that thinking also, and as a leader also. he has taken the pressure off in the initial overs. If you remember the match against South Africa, the way Jensen or Rabada, they were really bowling some fairy spell there. But he took off that pressure. He banged them all around the ground. And that was the time he could have slowed down, at that time. He could have just scored his century and concentrated on scoring, big 100. But he never, slowed down there. He showed the way to rest of the players that this is how you have to play against these formidable, bowling lineups. And remember, if anybody who is bowling like a champion, that is South Africa after India. India, of course, the three seamers are doing exceptional stuff. But their three pacers are also, remember, 6'8" Jensen. It's not easy to, face such a, high arm action or that kind of bowling. But Rohit, with his batting, with his leadership, I think he has showed that way to Indian batsmen. And also one last word for Shami. He was kept out. He was not given a chance initially, despite I always thought that he was our number 2 bowler after Bumrah. But nevertheless, when he got a chance...
Mr. Luthra, as much as this conversation is something that we would want to deep dive further into, because India's performance, of course, has been exceptional. There's a long list that all of us here would want to be talking about, but I'm afraid we're running out of time. So thank you very much, Himanshu, Joseph, Chandrasekhar, Luthra, as well as my other colleagues, Neha and Abhishek, for getting us the latest as far as the semi-finals versus India versus New Zealand is concerned. But before wrapping up, we also have to tell you that one of football's greatest icons, David Beckham, is also expected to grace the India versus New Zealand semi-final at the Wankhede Stadium. The golden boy of English football is likely to walk out with the World Cup trophy alongside God of Cricket Sachin Tendulkar before the match begins. So that'll be another visual treat for all sports lovers. And on that note, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this Mirror Now special. With that, it's a wrap from me, Nivedhana Prabhu. Thank you very much.